A loved one died today. It was pretty scary at first, and then seeing like a mutual family member and reminiscing, and that was really grounding. And so I'm definitely doing a lot better than I was like this morning. Anyways, we're doing more Flight Rising. I'm Bible. You're fat. Oh, right, we were doing Genesis recently.
The Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man and said to him,
"Where are you?"
He said,
"I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself."
He said,
"Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?"
The man said,
"The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit from the tree.
Yeah.
And I ate."
Then the Lord God
told
said
me.
to the woman,
"What is this that you have done?"
The woman said,
The serpent tricked me, and I ate.
The Lord God said to the serpent,
"Because you have done this, cursed are you among all animals and among all wild creatures. Upon your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life.
Respectfully.
I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers.
Missed.
He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel."
To the woman he said,
"I will greatly increase your pangs in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. Yet your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you.
And to the man he said,
Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree about which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread until you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. You are dust, and to dust you shall return."
The man named his wife Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And the Lord God made garments of skins for the man and for his wife, and clothed them. Then the Lord God said,
"See, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. And now he might reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life, and eat, and live forever."
Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. He drove out the man, and at the east of the Garden of Eden he placed the cherubim, and a sword flaming and turning to guard the way to the tree of life.
Water?
Genesis 4. Now the man knew his wife Eve, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying,
I have produced a man with the help of the Lord.
Next she bore his brother Abel.
I thought that
Now
was too
Abel was a
obvious.
keeper of sheep, and Cain a tiller of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground. And Abel, for his part, brought of the firstlings of his flock, their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering. But for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. The Lord said to Cain,
"Why are you angry, and why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is lurking at the door. Its desire is for you, but you must master it."
Cain said to his brother Abel,
"Let us go out to the field."
And when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain,
"Where is your brother Abel?"
He said,
I do not know.
Pinkerton.
Am I my brother's keeper?
And the Lord said,
"What have you done?
I mean, he's a Pinkerton.
Listen.
Come on now.
Your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground. And now you are are
I read, like,
cursed
a
from
book
the
that
ground which has opened its
Pinkertons-
mouth to receive your brother's blood from your
I
hand.
have historical stuff.
When you till the ground, it will no longer yield to you its strength.
I got
You
it
will
right.
be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth.
Wow.
Cain said to the Lord,
My punishment is greater than I can bear. Today you have driven me away from the soil, and I shall be hidden from your face. I shall be
literally,
a
like, don't have
fugitive and a
anything.
wanderer on the earth, and anyone who
sold it
meets
all
me
to
may
them.
kill me.
Then the Lord said to him,
Not so. Whoever kills Cain will suffer a sevenfold vengeance.
And the Lord put a mark on Cain, so that no one who came upon him would kill him. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. And he built a city and named it Enoch after his son
Is this gonna
Enoch.
work?
To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad was the father of Mehujael,
If this works,
and
that'll be funny.
Mehujael the father of
That'll be the
Methushael,
greasiest.
and Methushael the
Bread.
father of Lamech. Lamech took 2 wives. The name of the one was Ada,
2
and
wives?
the name of the other Zillah. Ada bore Jabal. He was the ancestor of those who live in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the ancestor of all those who play the lyre and pipe. Zillah bore Tubal
Now, this is really the
Cain,
entire book
who
of
made all
Genesis.
kinds of bronze and iron tools. The sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives,
Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, listen to what I say. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. If Cain is avenged 7-fold, truly Lamech 77-fold.
Dang. Okay, I need
Adam
soda.
knew his wife again, and she bore a son and named him Seth, for she said,
God has appointed for me another child instead of Abel, because Cain killed him.
To Seth also a son was born, and he named him Enosh. At that time people began to invoke the name of the Lord.
Last orange soda.
Genesis 5. This is the list of the descendants of Adam. When God created humankind, he made them in the likeness of God. Male and female he created them, and he blessed them and named them humankind when they were created. When Adam had lived 130 years, he became the father of a son in his likeness, according to his image, and named him Seth. The days of Adam after he became the father of Seth were 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. When Seth had lived 105 years, he became the father of Enosh. Seth lived after the birth of Enosh 807 years, and had
Enosh?
other sons and daughters.
Not
Thus
enough.
all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. When Enosh had lived 90 years, he became the father of Kenan. Enosh lived after the birth of Kenan 815 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. When Kenan had lived 70 years, he became the father of Mahalalel. Kenan lived after the birth of Mahalalel 840 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Kenan were 910 years, and he died. When Mahalalel had lived 65 years, he became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived after the birth of Jared 830 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. When Jared had lived 162 years, he became the father of Enoch. Jared lived after the birth of Enoch 800 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked with God after the birth of Methuselah 300 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch walked with God, then he was no more, because God took him. When Methuselah had lived 187 years, he became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived after the birth of Lamech 782 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he became the father of a son. He named him Noah, saying,
Out of the ground that the Lord has cursed, this one shall bring us relief from our work and from the toil of our hands.
Lamech lived after the birth of Noah 595 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. After Noah was 500 years old, Noah became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis 6. When people began to multiply on the face of the ground, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that they were fair, and they took wives for themselves of all that they chose. Then the Lord said,
My spirit shall not abide in mortals, for they are flesh. Their days shall be 120
No
years.
expression.
The Nephilim were on the earth in those
find it
days,
somewhat
and also
funny.
afterward, when the sons
I
of
also
God
find
went
it-
into
what's
the
that?
daughters of humans who bore children to them. These were the heroes that were of old, warriors of renown. The Lord saw that the wickedness of humankind was
Literally
great in the
attention.
earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of their hearts was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made humankind on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. So the Lord said,
I will blot out from the earth the human beings I have created, people, together with animals
Dang.
and creeping things and birds of the air. For I am
does.
sorry that I have made them.
Dang.
But Noah found favor in the sight of the Lord. These are the descendants of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God. And Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and the earth was filled with violence. And God saw that the earth was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted its ways upon the earth. And God said to Noah,
I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. Now I am going to destroy them along with the earth. Make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and out with pitch. This is how you are to make it. The length of the ark, 300 cubits. Its width, 50 cubits. And its height, 30 cubits. Make a roof for the ark and finish it to a cubit above. And put the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. For my part, I am going to bring a flood of waters on the earth, to destroy from under heaven all flesh in which is the breath of life.
2 more familiars.
Everything that is on the earth
Not with
shall
gems.
die.
Not with gems.
But I will establish my covenant
Dang.
with you,
I'm
and you
actually
shall
not
come
about
into
that.
the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every
Like,
living
do I
thing
need
of
this?
all flesh, you shall bring 2 of every
Okay,
kind
that's not
into
as
the
bad as I
ark,
thought.
to
but at the
keep
same
them
time-
alive with you. They shall be male and female. Of
Look,
the
I'm
birds
sensitive.
according to their
I'm
kinds,
vulnerable.
and of the animals according to their
Understand?
kinds, of every creeping thing of the ground according to its kind. 2 of
Gross
every kind
bunnies.
shall come into you to keep them alive. Also take with you every kind of food that is eaten, and store it up, and it shall serve as food for you and for them.
Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. Genesis 7. Then the Lord said to Noah,
Go into the ark, you and all your
Basic.
household. For I have seen that you alone are righteous before me in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of all clean animals, the male and its mate, and a pair of the animals that are not clean, the male and its mate, and 7 pairs of the birds of the air also, male and female, to keep their kind alive on the face of all the earth. For in 7 days I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and every living thing that I have made I will blot out from the face of the ground.
and Noah did all that the Lord had commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters came on the earth, and Noah with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives went into the ark to escape the waters of the flood, of clean animals and of animals that are not
Alright, we're
clean,
gonna do
and of
Jigsaw.
birds and of everything that creeps on the
But I'm
ground.
gonna try to help
Two and
myself
two, male and female, went into the ark with Noah as God had commanded Noah. And after 7
that's
days,
the thing,
the
is if I go
waters
too
of the flood
fast,
came on the earth.
I'm literally gonna like hurt.
In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, on the 17th day of the month, on that day all the fountains of the great deep burst forth, and the windows of the heavens were opened. The rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah with his sons Shem and Ham and Japheth, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons entered the ark. They and every wild animal of every kind, and all domestic animals of every kind, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, and every bird of every kind, every bird, every winged creature. They went into the ark with Noah, 2 and 2 of all flesh, in which there was the breath of life. And those that entered, male and female of all flesh, went in as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. The flood continued 40 days on the earth, and
Actually,
the
this is
waters
like a lot
increased
easier
and
having,
bore
like,
up the
already
ark,
done one.
and it rose high above the earth. The waters swelled and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the face of the waters. The waters swelled so mightily on the earth that all the high mountains under the whole heaven were covered. The waters swelled above the mountains, covering them 15 cubits deep. And all flesh died that moved on the earth. Birds, domestic animals, wild animals, all swarming creatures that swarm on the earth, and all human beings. Everything on dry land in whose nostrils was the breath of life died. He blotted out every living thing that was on the face of the ground. Human beings and animals and creeping things and birds of the air. They were blotted out from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those that were with him in the ark. And the waters swelled on the earth for 150 days. Genesis 8. But God remembered Noah, and all the wild animals, and all the domestic animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind blow over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of the heavens were closed. The rain from the heavens was restrained, and the waters gradually receded from the earth. At the end of 150 days, the waters had abated, and in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat.
Yay.
The waters continued to abate until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, the tops of the mountains appeared. At the end of 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark that he had made, and sent out the raven, and it went to and fro until the waters were dried up from the earth. Then he sent out the dove from him, to see if the waters had subsided from the face of the ground. But the dove found no place to set its foot, and it returned to him to the ark. For the waters were still on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took it and brought it into the ark with him. He waited another 7 days, and again he sent out the dove from the ark. And the dove came back to him in the evening, and there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the waters had subsided from the earth. Then he waited another 7 days, and sent out the dove, and it did not return to him any more. In the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and saw that the face of the ground was drying. In the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dry. Then God said to Noah,
Go out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing that is with you of all flesh, birds and animals and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may abound on the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth.
Yay.
So Noah went out with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, and every animal, every creeping thing, and every bird, everything that moves on the earth, went out of the ark by families. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And when the Lord smelled the pleasing odor, the Lord said in his heart,
I will never again curse the ground because of humankind. For the inclination of the human heart is evil from youth, Nor will I ever again destroy every living creature as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease.
Yay.
Genesis 9. God blessed Noah and his sons, and said to them,
Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you shall rest on every animal of the earth, and on every bird of the air, on everything that creeps on the ground, and on all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you, and just as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything. Only you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. For your own lifeblood I will surely require a reckoning. From every animal I will require it, and from human beings. Each one for the blood of another I will require a reckoning for human life.
You gotta reckon.
Whoever sheds the blood of a human, by a human shall that
Yay.
person's blood be shed. For in his own image God made humankind. And you, be fruitful and multiply, abound on the earth and multiply
It's gonna
in
be like
it.
in the middle there.
Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him,
As for me, I am establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the domestic animals, and every animal of the earth with you, as many as came out of the ark. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth.
God said,
This is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. I have set my bow in the clouds, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it, and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth.
Sorry.
God said to Noah,
Sorry, not
This is the sign of the covenant.
Alright, after I
that
finish
have
this jigsaw,
established
I think I'm
between
gonna
me and all the flesh that is on the earth.
skedaddle.
The sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was peopled.
It's going ham.
Noah, a man of the soil, was the first to plant a vineyard.
This is
He
how
drank
bacon
some of
is
the wine
supposed
and
to
became
be.
drunk, and he lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and walked backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and
is
they
it a
did not
snake
see
guy
their
or
father's
something?
nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said,
Cursed be Canaan. Lowest of slaves shall he be to his brothers.
he also said,
Blessed by the Lord my God be Shem, and let Canaan be his slave. May God make space for Japheth, and let him live in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his slave.
After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Genesis 10. These are the descendants of Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Children were born to them after the flood. The descendants of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. The descendants of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah.
Ashkenaz, like
The
Ashkenazi.
descendants of Javan: Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. From these the coastland peoples spread. These are the descendants of Japheth in their lands with their
It
own
totally is the
language
snake guy.
by their families in their nations.
That makes more sense. I was
The
like, a
descendants of
human.
Ham: Cush,
With flavor,
Egypt,
isn't
Put, and Canaan. The descendants of Cush: Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Raamah, and Sabteka. the descendants of Raama,
Alright.
Sheba, and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He was the first on earth to become a mighty warrior. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord.
Okay.
Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord.
Alright, one more familiar.
The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, and Akkad, all of them in the land of Shinar. From that land he went into Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth-ir, Calah, and Resen between Nineveh and Calah, that is the great city. Egypt became the father of Ludum, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtuhim, Pathrusim, Casluhim, and Caphtorim, from which the Philistines come. Canaan became the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the
Low-key crazy
Jebusites,
familiar.
the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites.
Okay.